previously recorded. So now you're going to add you some curry to that. And you're going to cook it. Maybe like a minute or two. The bowl that you marinated the meat in, do not just wash that bowl. Add you some liquid to it and rinse those seasonings out of it. And add you some liquid down in there. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this here liquid that I added to it cook off. I'm gonna let it cook all the way down. What that's gonna be doing is drawing the flavor up out of the meat and creating its own broth. And when it cooks down, I'll be back to show you what I'm gonna do next. Hey y'all, this your girl T, I'm Not Gonna Be Me, and I am coming at you with a recipe for today. Today what we're gonna be doing is something real quick and simple, something just put a meal on the table when you just don't have enough time and you need to make something filling for you and your family. So let me show you how I'm going to put that together. But first of all, I want to welcome you to my channel if you is new. Thank you for coming and welcome back to all of my old faithful loyal sugar boots. Alright y'all, don't forget to ring the doorbell. When I say ring the doorbell, that means the thumbs up the like button. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to go over and show my second channel some love. And if you don't know anything about my second channel, the name of my second channel is Boss Up Cleaning. That's where I put my cleaning videos, organization, decorating, and everything that has to do with my new house. Okay? So thank you for coming. Y'all, let's get into this video. For this recipe, what you're gonna need is you're gonna need some cream of chicken. I have 2 small 10.5 ounce cans of cream of chicken. Okay, so what you're gonna need, what I have is 2 10.5 ounce cans of cream of chicken. You can use 1 large can, but I got 2 small cans. I have some chicken breast that is cleaned, and I done cleaned it up, washed it, all that stuff, soaked it in some vinegar to clean it. You can use any part of the chicken that you want to use, but I happen to want to use some chicken breast today. You're going to need you some potatoes. You can go with red potato, brown potato, yellow potato, whatever kind of potato that you like, but I have me some russet potatoes, so that's what I'm going to be using. I have an onion, bell pepper, onion powder, seasoning salt, garlic powder, black pepper, 1 envelope of Lipton onion soup mix, but this is just the onion soup mix from the Dollar Tree. It's just as good. And then I have me some chicken bouillon seasoning. This is all the ingredients that you're going to need. Maybe we might use a little salt somewhere along the way, but I try not to use too much salt when I'm using this chicken bouillon seasoning because it's salty. So this all the ingredients that you're going to need. Let's get right into this video. And also you're going to need your pan or something to bake this in, because this is going to go in the oven. Alright y'all, so what we're about to do is we're going to cut up the bell pepper, you could dice them, slice them, however you want to do them. But I'm going to slice mine because I want to, it's just for the appearance. The reason why I'm going to slice them. So I'm just going to slice my bell peppers. Like so. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the onion. And if you notice, I'm not cutting it up too small because as this cooks, I want it to be tender, but I don't want it to just cook down to nothing, and when it's done, you ain't gonna see it. So I wanted you to be able to see it when it's done. So that's why I'm cutting mine up kind of on the thick side. So then I'm gonna do the same thing with the onion. Just peel it and get it cut up. Like I said, you can cut it however you want to cut it. And one thing I'm gonna tell y'all about this recipe here, make it your own. Don't think that you gotta use exactly everything that I'm using, because you don't. Whatever you don't like, take away. If you feel like there's anything you want to add it. But make this recipe your own. That's gonna be the best part about it. Your own little creation. That's why it's fun to cook, because you can create stuff. And I see it like this: as long as it tastes good, that's all that matters. So I'm gonna cut that up like that on the thick side. They're nice and thick. Okay, so now we're about to move on to the next step. All right, y'all. So now we got the potatoes. So you're gonna use as many potatoes as you want to use, but I know me and my household, I need to use a lot of potatoes because my husband, he loves potatoes. So I got to use a little bit more. But if you got to use less, then that's okay. Just make it your own. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these here potatoes, and I'm just going to cut them up into rounds like that. And make sure they is a little on the thick side. You can cut them up into any shape that you want to cut them up in, but I just decided I wanted me some rounds. Okay? Some potato rounds. I'm going to place those over in a bowl of water to keep them from changing colors while you're cutting up the rest. So I'm going to get all of these here potatoes cut up, and then we can move on to the next step. But whatever shape you want to cut your potatoes, like I said, cut them in that shape. And also, I think it'll be good if you add mushroom to this. I think that'll be good. I think it'll be really delicious with mushroom. And also another interesting thing to add to this is some spinach. I think it'll be good if you add spinach. But I'm not adding that to mine because my family is just picky. But I just gave you some suggestions on some other, stuff you can add to this, and you can make this a whole 1-pan dish. So I'm gonna get that last one cut up, and then I'm gonna come back and show you what's next. Okay, so here I have my potatoes back here, all seasoned up. All washed off and everything. I had them soaking and all that good stuff. So wash them real good, and now I'm going to season these potatoes up. I'm seasoning the potatoes because once I season that chicken, the little seasoning that's in the chicken is going to go right into these potatoes, and then 9 times out of 10 we're going to end up with some bland potatoes because we didn't have enough seasoning on the chicken to cover the potatoes. Potatoes soak up all the seasoning in whatever dish that you make. So you have to actually make sure that you add more seasoning than you really want to. So I added my seasoning salt, my garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, and then this is where my Lipton onion soup mint pack is gonna go in, but we're gonna wait just 1 second. Let me mix this here together. And then over here in my baking dish, I'm gonna lay my potatoes out. Then, okay, so now I got the potatoes laid out. And so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take that Lipton onion soup mix packet, sprinkle that all over these potatoes. All right, so now we're gonna take us half of our onion and bell pepper. Get it in the pan. Now we're gonna work on the chicken. Stick that to the side, let's work on this chicken. So I got my chicken breast. And I know you can't see in the bowl, but there's the chicken breast. Okay, so I'm gonna season my chicken breast up with a good amount of seasoning. That's my onion powder, seasoning salt, garlic powder, a little black pepper, my chicken bouillon seasoning, and that's it. And now we're just gonna take that dough and just mix it up real good. Make sure every piece of chicken gets coated in that seasoning. Alrighty, so now I got all the chicken seasoned up. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take this chicken and we're gonna lay it right here on top of this potatoes and bell peppers and onion. I'm actually gonna take them and lay them skin side down. And the reason why I'm laying them skin side down is because I believe I preheated my oven to 375. That's what y'all hear. But I believe that if you bake chicken breast upside down, all the juices and stuff is gonna run right back into the meat instead of to the back side where the bone is at. And y'all know how chicken breast can be sometimes. Chicken breast can be a little on the dry side if you don't really know what you're doing when it comes to cooking chicken breast. Chicken breast really don't have to cook for a long time like the dark pieces of meat. Chicken breast really don't take that long. So I am going to put them on this side just because I want the juices to run down to the meat. See, that's bone right there. I want them to run back. I want the juice to run back down to the meat, and then whatever flow on out, flow into the potatoes, okay? All right, so now I got my bell peppers. I'm gonna add those and onions right on top of that. Like so. And then we're gonna go in with our cream of chicken. So You can use cream of mushroom, cream of celery, cream of whatever. I'm just going to be using cream of chicken for mine. Don't throw your can right in the trash because we're going to run some water in it. And rinse it out, and that's going to be part of the liquid that we're going to need for this dish. Smooth that out. All on the top of these chicken breasts. Like that right there. Down the sides, just spread it on out. Cover it all. Shed a little. Bell peppers over there. If you want, missing some right there. Shed a bell peppers. Now, I'm going to add some water to about a whole can of water to this right here. And then just going to mix it around just to get everything up out the can. I'm just going to start pouring that liquid right on around the sides to keep from washing your seasonings and the cream of chicken up off the chicken. So now I'm going to do me another full can. No, half a can. I'm gonna do a half a can. And the reason why I'm doing a can and a half is because chicken makes its own juices. So I don't want this to overflow. You don't really need a lot of liquid when it comes to baking chicken. Sometimes no liquid at all. Just depends on what you're trying to do. Sometimes you don't even need any liquid. But this right here is the whole can. I'm just gonna see how much of it I'm gonna need. Almost a whole can, just like down a little bit. So that's the perfect amount of liquid. Like 2 cans of it. And now I'm going to cover this with some foil. And matter of fact, hold up. Before I cover it with foil, I'm going to hit this with some parsley, just for color, just for color's sake. Hit it with some parsley. And now I'm going to put it in the oven. Cover it with foil, tight. You ain't got to punch no holes or nothing like that. On a 375-degree oven, bottom rack. Y'all know how I like to do. No, I'm gonna put it on the middle because I got potatoes in this. And so put it on the middle rack, 375 degrees, and let this bake until it's done, till the meat is all the way cooked all the way through and the potatoes is nice and tender. So I will see you when this come out of the oven. All right, y'all. So it have been maybe about 45 minutes to an hour. And so now I'm about to check this to see how much more longer I got, or if it's even done. Oh, that looks good. So I'm just gonna get me a fork and I'm just gonna poke the potatoes. Oh yeah, to see if they tender. You see that? They is fork tender. They just right. So basically we was cooking this long enough to cook them potatoes, and I know the potatoes done, the chicken is done. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. It's gonna be so good. And y'all see how you can still see the bell peppers and all that in it? Move it a little bit closer. You see that? And you see how I made a nice little gravy around it? And so that's gonna be so good. And you can put this over a bed of rice if you want to, make your vegetable, and call it a day. And taste that broth. That broth is good. Oh yeah. So this is my chicken and potatoes, creamy. Let's see. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. I'm just saying chicken and potatoes right now. But this is my chicken and potatoes, y'all. I hope y'all try my recipe. I hope you like it. And until the next video, this your girl Tiana. I can only be me. Y'all be blessed and y'all have a good one.